What's going on, guys? GeoSnow right here. So today Apple has released the iOS 11.0.1, the first update of the iOS 11, and it's pretty much a bug fixes update. It doesn't contain new features or any modifications to the current applications or to the current menus. But it's important because it might fix the battery life. In fact, iOS 11 had the worst battery life in history for me. In fact, it's been very bad as I was forced to go back to iOS 10.3.3 on my main device, which is something bad. Anyways, if you're running iOS 11, you should definitely go ahead and update to this version. If you take a look in here, it says iOS 11.0.1 from Apple Incorporated, and it says it includes bug fixes and improvements for your iPhone or iPad, but it doesn't really say what is improved or which bugs are fixed. Apple sort of kept that secret. Anyways, yes, the build number for this version is this one here. Let me show you. iOS 11.0.1 15A402. This is a new build number, and this is pretty much the only indicator that you're running iOS 11.0.1. Other than that, there is absolutely no modification that you can actually see after installing this thing. So yeah, you probably know the control center, and that's probably the reason you updated iOS 11. Well, for me, it's a little bit buggy. Sometimes when I go ahead on the slider here for the brightness, sometimes it doesn't really show up. It blurs the screen, but absolutely no control appears. So yeah, it's still buggy even as of iOS 11.0.1. So if you're still on iOS 10.3.3 or 10.3.x and you're planning to update to iOS 11, I would definitely give it a little bit more time before updating. Maybe on the next version, because for the moment, as of now, it's still very buggy and there is still a very poor battery life. In fact, for me, it cut the battery life in half, and the device is actually brand new. So yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer in there. It's going to give you some headaches if you're installing this iOS 11 on your device, especially if your battery is already a little bit worn out. It has a couple years or so. It's going to be terrible battery wise. So give it a few more versions before you install it, because that's really nothing you should install iOS 11 for. I find iOS 10.3.3 way faster than iOS 11, and it's much more stable. In fact, we'll have the control center in here, and that's pretty much the main attraction of iOS 11, and the new App Store that's been modified, but it's definitely not something I would update for, especially since you're updating to a buggier operating system. Yeah, that's pretty much it with this version. I think that Apple might have also fixed some bugs on the AR kit. You know, there are already games that support the AR kit. For example, Stack AR, that's a pretty nice game. But unfortunately, the AR kit is not available on all devices. And yeah, it's a bummer. But I think they might have fixed some of the issues in here, since it's a new feature that might have been buggy. Other than that, Apple doesn't really make it public what they fixed, what they changed. Probably some security issues as well. It's definitely not known. But yeah, that's pretty much it with iOS 11.0.1. Definitely no major modifications. It only has like 150 megabit on my iPod Touch, and yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty small update, but I definitely recommend it if you're already running iOS 11, because it might speed things up and it might bring a better battery life. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Till the next time, I'm GeoSnow. Do not forget to subscribe to stay updated, and peace out.